Hello and welcome to Gaming Friday here on Off the Shelf Reviews. I'm Gary.
And I'm hard-boiled.
And today we are playing Stranglehold, which is a third-person shooter developed by Midway Games. And this came out in September 2007. It came out on PC, the Xbox 360 and PS3. And this is pretty much the sequel to Hard Boiled.
Yeah.
John Woo's Hard Boiled of 1992.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, this is actually the first time that Chow Yun-fat and John Woo would work with each other since Hard Boiled.
Really?
Yeah, so it was almost, well, it was 1992 till 2007 before they worked with each other again. And you'd expect them to have actually made a sequel to Hard Boiled. It was that kind of successful, and well, ended up becoming a video game instead.
Yeah. I mean, with the success of Hard Boiled, obviously, like we said, John Woo would go off into America and start making films over there. I mean, I think he was a producer maybe on the Replacement Killers, which Chow Yun-fat was in, but it was directed by somebody else, so they probably had no real massive connection.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the first time we would see Detective Tequila again.
Yeah.
On a screen, and there's a lot of similarities between this game and Max Payne.
Absolutely, yeah. Remedy's Max Payne it's all about the bullet time.
Yes.
And believe it or not, though, Max Payne was inspired by John Woo movies.
Yes,
And
yeah.
Hard Boiled.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, they both have the same sort of predecessor. They're both inspired by John Woo's original material.
Yeah. I mean, the story for this is not as dark as Max Payne's story.
No, but it does have a story, which is...
Yeah, it does. I never actually played this all the way through. I borrowed this off of a friend years and years ago. This is obviously my copy that we're playing. And I was just like, yeah, I'll get around to it. And then I ended up playing other stuff. I think I was playing Halo 2 or 3 at the time, Half-Life 2, loads of Doom 3 was out on the Xbox. And so all these games, and Stranglehold just kind of sat at the side. But yeah, at the same time, I'm tequila. I'm tequila.
I have a slightly different story to that in the fact that I got this game day one purchase. I brought the steel tin edition of the game, the special edition. I think it cost like £40 or so.
Yeah.
And I played it for about 3 days and then sold it to a friend. And I believe it's the exact same friend that you then purchased it from. So in a weird way, this game has come back to me.
Yes.
And I sold the game also without completing it.
Wow.
I was not a fan of this game. I just wanted to go back and play Max Payne again for that gritty comic book noir-esque style of Max Payne compared to this over the top. Even though this game is absolutely filled with cinematic flair and these over-the-top elaborate gun battles.
Yeah.
But it lacked the gravity and the punch of Max Payne for me.
Yeah.
And there's a few instances in this game where I don't remember why, but I remember getting overwhelmingly frustrated with either having to repeat the level over and over again or not being able to get the maximum star rating on levels.
Yeah.
And I also eventually found this game very repetitive, and it didn't keep me to the end of the game. And here's one of the big criticisms about the game, is that it's really, really short. Of course, this was a criticism from 2007 when they said, oh, this game that's 7 to 8 hours long is too short. Cut to now where we get games that you can do in 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah, and that's a good thing,
So it is kind of a redundant sort of criticism now, but it is held together. It is with the melodrama of the story, which again, it is a sequel, and you are playing Tequila from Hard Boiled, and it doesn't really follow too closely the events of the film. It's just that character in a new situation.
Yeah, I think the story revolves around another gangland boss. He's killing cops in one section of Hong Kong, trying to set up another gang, and obviously it's Tequila getting involved to investigate it. And obviously, if you've seen Hard Boiled, Tequila basically just kills everybody. I mean, at the moment, I'm just jumping all over the place because that's the main aspect of this. It's jumping around and getting it to look cool. So up the road, I've got that little shiny thing on the sign. The guy's there, so I'm going to lean out, shoot the sign, get it, fall down. Nope.
I do like it. I usually do like it when Hollywood directors or just any competent film director
Yeah.
is assisting with the development of a video game, because they are able to add all of those camera angles that they would use in their cinematography for their film,
Yes.
and help translate that over to the real cinematic moments of the game. And so, for instance, like when you're up against that wall, being shot at, and you see Tequila sort of flinching from the gun blast that's going off,
Yeah.
it just looks like a sequence from a film.
Yeah.
Instead of, this is actually you're interacting, playing this moment out.
Yeah, we've got the red health bar up the top. Then you've got the orangey bar underneath, which is the tequila time, they call it.
Exactly.
And that works with the little D-pad circle down in the bottom. Later on, as the game would develop, I'd unlock lots of different special moves to put in there, and when the bar is filled up, I can use it. So at the moment, I've only got tequila health boost, I think it is. So if I press left, I refill up my health. Then you get
the origami animals, which
origami
of course
cranes,
is from Hard Boiled.
which refill up your tequila bar all the way.
Yeah.
So you're constantly looking for them because, like you said, the more combos you can do, the more cinematic and action-packed you make the
Getting
gunfights look.
headshots, blowing up interactable, sort
The
of
more
explosive
stars.
environmental items.
Yeah, but there was nothing really more after that. There was a multiplayer.
Oh my
mode.
god! I think that was one of the other killers for me. I think I played multiplayer for about 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And it felt like I'd been kicked in the nuts and then chucked out into the wilderness. And then I don't know. It was just horrible. It was because obviously you play the game and you're doing all this bullet time.
Yeah.
And then when you get into the multiplayer and there is no real bullet time, everyone's just diving and firing and the thing is, some people had already leveled up certain weapons. And
Yeah.
it was horrible. It was horrible.
But you already said this in the film review. You weren't a John Woo hardboiled fan, so
This
playing the
is
game
true.
was kind of the thing like, it looks cool, but I've got no interest in it.
Well, yeah, that is the point. When I played the game, I'd seen the hospital shootout of Hardboiled, and
Yeah.
that was it. I'd never actually watched the whole film, so I knew who the character was and I knew who the director was, but yeah, I had no attachment to the game. The story didn't invest me enough.
Yeah.
The character at the time didn't invest me enough. So it's interesting for me to look back at this now, after having reviewed Hardboiled, and I enjoyed it. It's still not a film for me, but I could still enjoy it. I wouldn't begrudge anyone putting it on and having to watch it again, for instance. But yeah, it's over the top in that comic way, but still at the same time, I don't know. I still can't quite place it.
You can't quite place it. For me, it's like I said, it's style. You know, style
Absolutely.
over substance. Where in Max Payne, like you said, you've got those crazy dark storylines going on, but after a while, Max Payne would, like you said, would start to get repetitive.
I actually never finished Max Payne 3. I didn't like that one very much.
I never even played it. Max Payne 2 was where it ended for me, and I was
Yes,
just like,
yeah,
that's it. That's the cool stuff. You know, But once you played this, and then you play Max Payne 3, you're like, hold on a minute, you know, it's not as good as it used to be. Oh, I'm jumping all over the place. Got to shoot that guy in the face. Jump over, get this guy. Just going crazy at the moment.
Of course, you got to. So there's some interesting aspects to the development of the game that I actually really like, what they incorporated into the game, and it's a body swapping technique,
Right.
where they tried to minimize your enemy's variety, so that you would never see clones of the same people.
That's quite
so
cool.
using this body swapping technique, they're sort of replacing arms, faces, t-shirts, shoes, pants, trousers, whatever you want to call them,
Yeah.
so that it keeps randomly generating different enemies from all of the the available assets that are programmed into it.
Yeah.
So so obviously a lot of the enemies are environmentally based, so that when you're in like a casino area or a ritzy area and everyone's in tuxedos,
Yeah.
but even though there should be a variety in their faces, and at least some of the assets should be different enough for you not to go, I've just killed this guy like 12 times in the previous level.
Yeah.
How come he's back again? And of
Bang,
course, something that
bang,
obviously anyone watching right now will notice is highly destructive environments and levels.
Yes, yes.
And that was one of the great big draws for me at the time to also want to check out this game. Is look at all the physics of all the fruit exploding everywhere, the blood splatting everywhere.
The signs, that sign I just shot and took out those 2 guys, so I didn't have to hit them.
Yeah, and so all of those cinematic moments, but it's just the fact that all the terrain is everything explodes in a spectacular style.
Boom, like that.
Just like that. And it's something you didn't see too much, really, in that many games. And you're also seeing now you've got the sliding ability where you can slide across surfaces. You can actually get on like gurneys or tables and on wheels and go flying through the levels as well. You can swing across chandeliers.
And that's the cool thing, I think, which goes on the replayability is, you know, you could blast through the game really quickly, shooting everybody like I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Or go back and try and combo things together, you know, so like a bunch of those guys come down, I could have run behind here, waited for them all to group up, then reach around and shot the explosive barrel.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't know that the first time I'm playing because you've got to learn where everything is. So I'm going to run up here. I'm heading for, if I remember rightly, this first level leads to, because this first level is like a tutorial level, you know, teaching you what tequila can do, starter visibilities. But at the same time, you get to the tea room. And
from Hard Boiled.
From Hard Boiled, which is where you fight the first boss. This is cool. You get these cool little Mexican stand moments, which at first I always kept getting killed at. And then I realized you could actually dodge left and right.
Yeah.
So it's like, dodge left. Okay, you were in a standoff. You're about to take enemies. Dodge their shots with the left stick. So, bang in the face. Dodge that one. Dodge those ones.
It does lead to some spectacular shootouts later on when you're armed with like two machine guns and other weapons, and you're surrounded by like 20 to 30 guys at a time, and you can just literally spin around doing 360s on the spot. Just headshot, 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 and it is quite satisfying as you're playing, pulling off all these maneuvers.
It's cool to actually just feel good to be the good guy. You're like, Tequila is the full-on good guy.
I do like his facial animations as well. I think it does bring some extra life to the character.
The way his eyes move and things like that. Wait, is there somebody shooting at me? He's around there.
So there's another thing that I like about the programming as well, and part of the physics in the game is it's the location-based damage.
Yeah.
When you shoot somebody, if you shoot them in the arm, or shoot them in the leg, or shoot them in the face, their bodies ragdoll appropriately to where you shoot them. So if you shoot them in the nuts, they react to being shot in the nuts.
Yes.
If you shoot them in the head, they react accordingly. And I just really like that. Just so when bullets hit the enemies, they react properly. And again, that's something, that sort of small attention to detail is not something. It's one of the first games I remember noticing it.
Yeah.
And noticing them doing it very well.
And that's the thing, you know, we could easily just say, oh, it's a Max Payne clone. No, because when you look into it, there's a lot more attention to detail, and they are, like we said, they are wanting to make the game a more cinematic experience for you as the player.
Yes,
I'm seeing.
As I said, most of the battles are enjoyable. I would say that is as great as all of the physics and everything else in the game is. I think some of the visuals are. There was a origami thing there. I think some of the visuals were slightly lacking in texture. I still think the game looks nice.
Yeah.
It doesn't look great.
Yeah, well, I mean, you go up there. Well, we are, like we said, was this 2007? 2007, so we are looking at it, it's quite
nearly
old
10
now.
years now.
Yeah, so back in the day, you'd have been like, oh my god, it looks brilliant, but then you're comparing it to games that were out at the time, like I said, Halo and things like that, which just kind of swamped games, Call of Duty, you know, Rainbow Six. Just swamped games like this because you wanted to be playing multiplayer games. Will you get rid of? Oh, right in the face. That guy's like, my eye, you shot me in the eye. It's like, yeah, I'm Tequila, bitch. Nobody's gonna mess with me. Get my shotgun out. My shotgun. Oh, there's a lot of guys. Right, I'm aiming for that dragon sign.
Yeah.
There it goes. You see the shiny bits?
Highly explodable.
Come on.
Yeah, it's got
There
like
we
two
go.
shiny. Obviously,
like
any good old video game, it's highlighted with little shiny star.
Manual. You can manually activate the bullet time instead of just constantly using the automated.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, and that guy got him too. Where's his friend? He's over there. Huh. Dive.
Nice, nice.
And there's one guy. He's pissed me off. Boom, right in the face. Right, okay.
I do like the blood splatter effect, but it is literally only there for a second.
Yeah. And then you're just moving on to the next section. You're just like, all right, where's the next load of guys? I need to kill everybody.
It's like an addiction.
That's cool. You never see that in games anymore. Health packs just being left on the walls anymore.
No, it is a rarity nowadays.
Oh, get the origami.
There's quite a few of them.
Yeah. Right, take cover.
I was going to hide behind these wooden boxes. That'll protect me from bullets. Oh, no, shit, it didn't.
Manually.
I know, I'll protect
aim
my
up.
nuts.
Bang, right in the forehead. Right, there's a health pack up there. Grab the origami crane. There's a bunch. Oh. Okay, now we got our next ability, which precision aim. I do kind of like this.
This is one of the best parts.
Yeah. Boom, right in the face. Right, okay, make sure.
And that's what I mean about those reactions to when they get shot.
Ooh. Oh, in the eye. He's like, oh, fuck me, man.
Am I still alive? Oh, no, I'm dead. Oh.
We're going for the nut shot.
Here we go. Oh! You're going to have a real bad day. Really, you just fell through the floor as well.
Kind of like I'm RoboCop.
Yep.
Whoop, bang. Oh, shit, man.
I think he just went boss-eyed, yeah. That's great. So it is very satisfying. It is quite rewarding to pull off all these shots.
I know.
I mean, you could say it gets repetitive after a while, but
it's how you mix it up yourself.
Exactly,
though,
doing the slow-mo, doing the diving, shooting attacks, and eventually coupling it with your special maneuvers. It's frustrating later though when you're, like I said, trying to get that all-star rating to try and get the best results.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, I wouldn't try to get it the first time. You know, I would try to attempt to just get the level done, unlock any extra special abilities, because I can't remember if you can upgrade. I don't think you can upgrade anything.
No, not. I don't think so. I don't
but
remember.
you can. I think you can go back onto the levels once you've got all the abilities unlocked.
Yeah, that's how you try and get the star ratings.
Yeah. Right, can I dive through the door? Nope, dive wrong. So I think
just shoot it.
Golden the golden guns. Should I change it for the shotgun? Yeah.
Are they infinite ammo?
No, they're not infinite ammo, but I think they just do a bit more damage.
They just kill things quicker.
Yeah, and I know that I will pick up a another shotgun when I get into the tea room. If I get to the tea room, I'm hoping I do. All right, you guys are all dead. Oh,
it's another standoff.
Well, it's kind of a combination. It's a cut sequence within a standoff. You know, Tequila's said to that guy, you know, what's going on with the gangs, and the gang leader's like, it's nothing to do with you. You're going to be dead in a minute anyway. So you're like, right, okay, I'm gonna just lean over. Oh, lean back that way. Bang, smack. He's dead. Boom, motherfucker, you dead. Next guy. Oh, well, you just get in the. I missed that guy. He's still alive.
And can you take them both out with this? Is it going to cause a Final Destination style chain reaction?
Oh, no, these two guys are. Oh, he's dead.
He's done now.
Yeah. Dead or alive, you coming with me, fool?
No, is he still going? He's still going. You missed.
Oh,
the chin.
the chin. Are you dead?
No,
he's dead.
He will be.
He will be dead in a minute. So many guys. How did these guys get hired? I mean, seriously, did they just go to a magazine shop and it's just like, oh, look, they're looking for a henchman. You know, they need to replace like 20 henchmen that they've lost. How did they lose him? The detective shot them all.
You'd think with Tequila in the police force that there would be no crime left. He would have executed everybody.
That's it.
He killed so many henchmen in Hard Boiled.
Me personally, if I was a henchman, I'd be like, "Is that Detective Tequila?" Yeah, right. I quit. Why? Well, because
I'll take my chances.
Yeah, I only took this job on because I needed to pay for my college firm, and I've just been shot in the eye. You're dead as well, mate. Can I? I zoomed in and took that sign out. Boom, right in the gut. Okay, motherfuckers, you're all dead now. Oh, yeah.
So it's safe to say that this game, when it did come out, was reviewed quite positively by critics. I think the highest rated score for it, I think, was like an 8.1 from IGN.
That's pretty good.
And most other scores were like 4 out of 5 or 7 to 8 out of 10.
Wow.
Of course, at the time, for me, the game didn't quite get that highest score, but at this point, looking back at this game, if you're a fan of Hard Boiled, you more than likely already played the game or still own the game, and it kind
Yep.
of sits on your DVD shelf right next to it. So it's definitely a game worth going back to check out. And interestingly enough, though, for Midway, of course, we've looked at other Midway games in the past, and this game you would have thought would have helped keep them afloat.
Yeah.
Midway at the point at the release of this game, with it selling well and being critically well received, looked to start making the sequel for it.
Oh,
and
wow.
they were actually in development, and the sequel was going to be called Gunrunner. But of course, unfortunately, Midway, with financial troubles, they went bankrupt.
Yeah.
And so just before they went bankrupt, they actually cancelled Gunrunner. So,
that's
which
a
is a
shame.
shame. It is a shame. So
But-
there could have been more.
Yeah.
I think at the time as well, they were also looking at, around this time, 2007, 2008, they were looking at doing a prequel to Hard Boiled.
Nice.
Which would obviously they would have recast Chow Yun Fat.
Yeah.
It was going to have a different director, but that project never materialized either.
I do. This cut sequence makes me laugh. Tequila's obviously just walked into this little bar tea shop. There's John Woo there as the bartender again, and there's a group of gunrunners who are selling guns, just like in the first film. And one of them, that guy up in the gold jacket, he'll say to another guy in a minute, right, those gang members are selling guns. Keep Tequila on the bar. Don't let him interfere. And so you're like, oh, okay. As soon as he says that, the whole place will kick off into a gunfight. So it's like, I completely failed at my job because, I mean, the guy in the hat sat down at the table. He's just going to shoot the other guy for no reason. He's just literally just going to pop him one. And you're like, oh, hold on, mate. You wanted me to stay in my seat. You wanted this deal to go without a hitch. But that guy you got in the deal is a fucking nut job. Tequila. What time is it? It is 10:30. I'm going to have tequila.
He needs it. It's his juice. It's the only thing that keeps him going.
Yeah. It's a bit short. Look, this hat keeps me tough. Sorry, I don't mean to be racist. It's not my Chinese accent.
Well, it's interestingly is that none of them are speaking in Cantonese. They are all speaking in American, dubbed. So there is one thing about the authenticity of the game is that none of them are speaking in Cantonese. It is all English.
You brought a club. You just kicked off. Wait, Tequila sat there doing nothing. He just came into the bar. It just kicked off. Oh man. But you'd be bored of a game of Hard Boiled if they just sat around talking. Yeah. I love this. He shoots around him and then goes, hang on a minute.
This isn't Catherine where you just hang around a bar all day.
No, in this game, we kicked the shit out of everybody. Right, motherfuckers. Okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to get over to these pillars over here. Take stock of the situation. Zoom out. Okay, bang, bang, bang. Oh, bang. Got you.
Now
That
you
guy.
got him.
No. Is he dead?
I don't know. He looks like he's dancing.
He's dodging out of the way.
Which is pretty much like how you could describe all of the combat sections of this game as just a beautiful gun ballet.
Yeah.
With enemies throwing themselves all over the place.
At my bullets. They are throwing themselves at my bullets. Well, fuck you, motherfucker. Bah, 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 yeah. He's like, I wasn't supposed to be here today.
You're going to think I think Chow Yun Fat Tequila suffers more damage throwing himself around than he does from gunfire coming at him.
Yeah. Right, I need another gun because I've just run out of golden bullet ammo. Picked up a shotgun. There's a boss in a minute who'll come down with a rocket launcher. That guy was like, I'm coming. No, you're not. Bang in the face. Can't zoom in with the shotgun, but I bang. Oh, in the nose.
It is relentless.
I gotta admit, even though I've never played it all the way through, I still have fun just bouncing around, blowing shit up. And
so you'd recommend the game then?
I'd recommend it if you've never played it and you're a fan of John Woo films and over the top action sequences and stuff like that. If you can get a copy of it, it's not expensive to get nowadays. No. And I think at the same time they'd probably do well to maybe make it backward compatible. Just to pay homage to it. We're talking John Woo, we're talking Chow Yun Fat. There's a whole history of cinema.
There's always a special place for really good movie video game tie-ins.
Yes.
You want to keep them alive because doesn't matter how old the film gets, you usually want to look at the other material that's related to it, especially if it's a continuation of the story. So for the game, the game should be kept alive. And well, for consoles, it may fade away, but at least the game, I think, is still available on Steam, or it was available to buy on PC at one point. So I'm sure the game will continue to live on, and definitely get a hold of the game if you can get it for a budget price. You're definitely going to get your money's worth if it is a budget. Just for the simplicity and the fun of the gunplay and shooting people in the face and watching their horrified, surprised reactions just before they die.
And you can combo it together, because if you play Max Payne the game and then go watch Max Payne the film, you'll be very upset.
Yeah.
If you play Stranglehold the game and then watch Hard Boiled, you're getting double. You know, massive gunfights, all this crazy action. Dude, look at these guys. They're just running at me like, we'll take you down. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Yeah.
I can't remember if there's a difficulty setting for the game.
Yes, there is. Obviously, you've got normal, easy, hard, and then you've got hard boiled. And I think hard boiled is maybe one hit kill.
I think that was probably where my frustration might have also come from, as being someone who likes his Dark Souls approach to video games of it's not hard enough.
Yeah.
Make it harder. Playing games on the toughest difficulty, yeah.
I'm gonna just go shooting you. Watch out for this rocket launcher.
And yeah, it's you know, like every enemy you've shot so far in the face has died.
Yeah.
Yet this guy, you shoot him 8 times in the face with a shotgun, and he's still coming at you.
Well, yeah, he's the boss, isn't he? You
Yeah,
know,
it's the video game trope.
he's thinking, I need to get away from him.
It's not the Matrix. He's not going to be able to dodge bullets like you do.
Freaking rocket launcher. Combo. Oh, that guy.
There's nothing left of him.
Bang in the face. I need one of those cranes. Where's those purple cranes? I need a health pack. That's what I need. And I'm going to use that health. Jump over here. Totally missed that one.
At least he doesn't take any fall damage from those graceful slides.
Come on, God. I need to kill his guys. Can't die. I'm not going to die.
Running out of tequila time.
I know. I'm running out of health. Oh.
Very nice. Fully
Is
stocked.
there a thing in here? Nope. Okay. Right, in the face. In the face. In the face. Change the shotgun. Oh. In the shotgun. Up the banister.
There's more health in there, but you don't need it yet.
Nope, but at least I'll stay by here just in case.
Hey, let's see where he is.
You can shoot the rockets out of the air,
That's exactly what you did.
Which is a good idea. So, come on. I wanna get my headshot in ability up.
Yeah.
Off the wall.
Nice combo.
Yeah.
But unfortunate. There's one last thing that I haven't pointed out, is that this game, you know, most games you get like fake advertising posters and movie posters on the walls and decorations as scenery in video games. Usually for products that don't exist.
Gotcha.
This was one of the first games I remember that actually used real world products and adverts from the time in the background to just kind of help sell the fact that this is the real world.
Yes, yeah. This is not
our
make believe.
Yeah.
And here we go. I get ridiculed now, shouted at. What are you doing, Tequila? You shouldn't be going in there killing 45 people all on your own. It's like, well, who else is going to do it? Really?
You're going to have the cop melodrama.
Yeah, well, if you don't get shouted at by the chief, you're not a loose cannon. And
exactly.
If you're not a loose cannon, you're not doing your job properly.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be it from us here on Off the Shelf Reviews this Gaming Friday. I just want to say thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next Friday. Of course, you can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Patreon.
Actually, one more thing before we go.
Oh?
We might have to do this as a sequential Saturday.
Well, yeah.
When we're not so busy.
Yeah. But wait a minute. When you're not so busy.
Yeah, when... Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.